Hey there, everybody. Just a lazy Saturday. It's not raining, so I opened up the big bay doors and I'm firing, quick glaze firing. Actually, I'm running a little test with the firing. I'm put some pots in there that, you know, if they don't make it, they don't make it. I was low on gas anyway, so I thought I would try something that I've been wanting to try, and that's use some glazes that don't need a heavy reduction. Like, don't use red, which I use. Don't use the Celadon. Just use white and iron and some other glazes anyway. So I thought I would do it and then try it's still reducing, but not as heavy as I normally do it. So, and then fire it fast. So I started at 9 o'clock. It's now 9, 10, 11, 12. It's like 4 hours, and I'm at 2,300 degrees. Cone 9 is bending a little bit, and I just adjusted it to reduce a little bit. Really, just to slow down the heat work, to slow down the temperature, not the heat work. I want the heat work to continue to go. And while I was doing that, I thought I should make another one of these pots I kind of like. So I threw this section. Here, I'll show you one of these. I don't know, hopefully you can see that. I think you can, because it was it's about, I don't know, maybe it's 2 feet tall. This is bisque. I put iron there. So I'm making another one. That one will probably end up being maybe 2.5 feet tall. Because I like the shape, and so I threw this in 2 sections, and I have a third section that I put right over here that I'm about ready to put on top. So I was just getting a little trying to dry it a little bit. So continue to do that. Oh, and I don't know if you can see, I made this teapot yesterday. Let me make sure you can see that. There we go. So I made this teapot yesterday, and then I trimmed it today. It's still pretty wet. I trimmed it really wet, but here's the lid, which isn't dry all the way yet, but you can kind of get the idea. It's a big teapot. I don't normally make them that big. I normally make them like this. Here's a little teapot right here. Bisque teapot. So thought it'd be fun to make a big one. I've got a big handle, and so see, and I trimmed it with a little foot. It's super soft, so I need to be careful. See where it kind of drapes out here? That's thick there, because you need that strength when you're pulling. That it doesn't twist. And then I just found that it's nice to have a little bit of support down there, so I'll trim this off in a couple days. Well, maybe not a couple days, maybe even tomorrow, depends on how dry this gets. It might be a little dry in here because of the firing, but it's not, it's been so moist. The winter time, it's been so moist. So I think this is probably ready for me to put the top on it. So let me get this off the wheel here. And I've checked the width on it several times, but I'm going to check it one last time right before I put it on. are probably about right. So there's different ways to join this up. There's different ways to join this up, and just depends on what you want to do. I mean, it depends on how you want to do it. You can create a little trough like I've done here and fill the trough with slip. This is slip that I've made out of the same clay body. This is porcelain, a really nice porcelain, not you know, nice bright white. It's called white rose. I've done other videos with white rose before. So I fill this trough with porcelain slip. It's not filling up the way I want it to. There we go. And then I'll put a little slip on that. And now there's a trough on this side, and on the top side, there's it's rounded, so she'll fit right in there and kind of squish out. Okay, there we go. That's probably enough slip. And I'll just put a nice light. I don't need a real heavy coat on the top because I have it right there. So I will just use a little thin coat, just enough to mate them together. Okay. And then this is a moment of truth to see if my measuring was right or not. So you take your top and you flip it upside down, and then you don't push it all the way on, just kind of check it. Make sure that it's going to go in. Check all around. Don't push it, just let it sit there. And I will just leave it there. I'll let that sit for a few minutes with just the pressure of the weight of the clay pushing on it, and it'll make a good bond. So this is sat for I don't know, a little over 30 minutes. And I put the pot I want to emulate right there so I can kind of see it, and it's sat there. I think it's made well, but this is softer than I normally throw because I wanted to stretch it out a bit more. So I'm still not done with the width of it. I've seen other people do this, and what most people do at this point, they take a wire and just kind of cut it. And while that seems to work fine, early on when I was doing this, when I attempted to do that, I would end up pulling the pot off center. And I have to correct it, and then there was always there's a weak spot in there then. So I started doing this where I just took a needle tool and I just slowly worked my way in. And sometimes I still have to use a needle tool, a wire to get the last little bit. But it doesn't usually, it's usually almost all the way through, so it doesn't matter. Well, this one actually went all the way through. So it didn't leave as big a bottom as I thought. So I didn't use a wire to pull it because I was afraid I was going to pull this off, because let me just show you. This is still pretty wiggly. Look how soft that is. So now I need to make a hole in the top that I can fit my arm in, because it's thinner here than it is nice and thick there, so I can finish off the top of it. And I want this to come out maybe another ½ inch or so to get kind of a bulge right here, to the same way that pot is. So Well, I'm not going to be able to sit down and do this, so I'm going to move it nice and slow here. And I'm only doing this to join this up. Oh, that's too slow. I'm only doing this to join these two pieces up, so let me get my rib inside. Ooh, boy. You know what I mean? So actually, because I waited 30 minutes, it seamed up pretty nice. Now to get that shape, looks like it's pretty straight until about halfway up, and then we start getting a little flare out. So I want to kind of get this flared out a bit. So to do that, I've got a big rib. Look at that rib. I just found, you know, you can get this anywhere. It's a, what is it? It's a MKM tool. You can get this anywhere. I picked it up at SPS in Seattle. Okay. This helps gauge the straight line. So right about here, that's nice. It's going to be easy because I can see like a little bulge there anyway, probably where it's a little thin. And I'm going to flare this kind of out into a rounded shape. But it takes a little while to do it because when your pot is tall and it's joined in sections, there's and you know, it's heavy and everything, so I'm just going to try to do it nice and easy. Just kind of looking out. Just move like a little bit at a time. There you go, you can already start seeing it. There's my rib right there. I can see it pushing in from the outside. I'm sorry, pushing out from the inside. It's right there. Move it up a little bit. Continue to move it up. I think I'm going to have to start down here with one more. No, actually, I'm going to make this a little bit wider. It's not wide enough. Hand stuck on it. That'll do it. Yeah, that's nice and wide now. Can't reach the bottom, but I can get down to where I want to. Okay. Now back at it. And really, you know what I should have done earlier is I should have put a little bit of water on my arm so that if it does catch, like it's been doing, it should slide a little bit easier. Anyway. Okay, so steady the pot with my right hand. And I start working it in. See it down there? My rib is right there. There we go. There we go. Okay, nice. I can see this. Oh, I thought it was a seam. No, it's not a seam. Oh, I thought the seam was coming apart right there, but it's not. It was just where slip had moved up. Well, it's pretty good. I think I need to bulge it a little bit more because I still have enough clay to color this in and make it nice. So I'm gonna continue. My ribs started chattering on the clay, so I thought that I would use a sponge to moisten the inside a little bit. So ooh boy, that turned out really nice. It started getting dry. Well, I think that, oh yeah, no. You know, you see one angle, then you sit down and you see it from another, and you're like, nope, that's not right. And I need to get out a little bit more here. There we go. The deal with this kind of work is patience, patience. Actually, that's actually looking really nice. That's about what I wanted. Now I just need to start collaring this in. I'll probably end up having a little bit extra on the top to cut off. That'd be nice. Much I can see it. I think I'll be able to. Oh yeah. It barely reaches the tips. Sponge on the stick. Okay. Well, I can already tell I got too much clay to top, but that's fine. You just have to kind of guess where you are. So I'm going to try a collar here. Slowly. Just enough friction to get it to go in. You don't need a ton. I'm going to do this doubled over lip. You saw that there's a little doubled over there. See, that was it. Clay came out like that. Weird pulls there, but anyway, okay, this has got to come in quite a bit more, and well, I got a lot of clay up here too, so I got lots of pulling I can do on that, but you have to be careful, it's not as thick right here. aggressive with that one, but you know what? Light with the touch, and it actually worked out pretty nice. Okay, so now I'm going to pull this. Wheel's going super slow. I need to speed it up a touch. Good. So I'm going to follow this one again. There we go. Pull. Yep. Okay. That out. That's about right. Now let's just finish off the top. Pull up here. Slurry. Compare these two forms. This one, well, I don't think I can get both of them in the shot, but there's that one. It's right now a little over 3 feet tall, and then I've got that one that's about 2 feet tall. So I actually think they're very, very close. There'll be a nice set, a tall and a short. Anyway, well, that's how I put together my section pots. Give it a go. You don't have to make anything this big. I've got section pots that are smaller. You can even try it on a small one first to see if you can do it, and then move up bigger and bigger from there. Anyway, don't forget to get your hands in the clay this week, or today, hopefully. And talk to you later.